Today is Mary's birthday, and I wanted to make a special video about it, but when I went online to look up some information, it turns out there's some really conflicting stuff out there. So I think this video is going to be more about telling the actual story. There's this guy, Maurilius. He lives in Italy. He decides to go to France. This is about mid-400s. At the time, St Martin of Tours lived in France. So Maurilius wanted to go and be a disciple of his and just sort of help get the church going again after all the persecutions that had happened. So he went with this guy, Florent, and then, some others. After a few years, St. Martin sent Maurilius and Florent and just, some others down the Loire River so that they could stop in spots along the way and, begin dioceses, parishes, whatever. They were bishops. And so they went down and started church communities. Maurilius got off at Angers. Florent went to, ready for this one? Montglan, just a little further down. The others went elsewhere. Maurilius was going around exploring the area, and he came across an island where these druids were worshiping this tree, and he cut it down to show that it was not magic. It was just some regular tree, and you should not, don't worship creation, right? There's a creator that you should be worshiping. He dedicated that island to the Blessed Virgin Mary, so he would do a lot of things in her honor. One day, he decided to go down the Loire and visit Saint Florent in Montglan. It was a kind of a marshy area at the time. It wasn't like some big ocean or whatever, but he got in this boat and he went in these marshes and he was meditating. The Blessed Virgin appeared to him, and she said she wanted to reward him for all the work he had been doing in honor of her. She said that it was important for the church to know her birthday. God wanted her birthday celebrated as a feast. And she revealed that it was September 8th, which is crazy. Well, it's not crazy, but it's telling. It is proof of something. When somebody dies and the church declares them a saint, typically the day of their death is their feast day, the day that the church puts on the calendar to celebrate. That's the day that saint entered heaven, entered eternity, right? The place where there is no more sin. The church does not celebrate earthly birthdays, usually, because we are born with original sin. All of us are, well, except two people. One was St. John the Baptist, who had original sin on his soul, but he was sanctified in his mother's womb, St. Elizabeth, when she heard Mary's greeting, and he moved for the first time. That was when he was sanctified. So he was born without sin, but he was not conceived without sin. The only human being conceived without original sin is Our Lady. And by her revealing her birthday to St. Maurilius and saying the church should be honoring this, was essentially revealing the truth of her Immaculate Conception, which was one of the things that Google got super, super wrong. Google said that her birthday was determined by the Immaculate Conception, which is celebrated on December 8th. It's a holy day of obligation. You have to go to Mass. And it celebrates, as I said, Mary being conceived without original sin. It's a big deal. It's actually the other way around, because this has been a tradition for a very long time, based largely on St. Maurilius and what happened in the mid-400s. When I tried to look up St. Maurilius's connection with Our Lady's birthday being revealed, it said, oh no, that simply refers to some legend about some local man heard angels singing, and when he asked the angels why they were singing, they said, oh, it's Mary's birthday or whatever. And he told St. Maurilius, and St. Maurilius instituted a feast. That is not what happened. I am getting this information from someone who lives in Angers, okay? Like an actual priest who knows his information better than Google and Wikipedia and wherever else I tried to look this information up. There's actually something that is crazy. And according to the Medjugorje apparitions, I don't know if you're familiar with those, Mary revealed her true birthday to the Medjugorje seers or whatever as actually being like August 5th or something. Celebrate Mary's true birthday in 1984. No, I think we'll stick with the 400s. Thank you. Google did tell me that it was mainly tradition from the Eastern Church. So I looked into that, and it turns out it was revealed to somebody in the Eastern Church around the same time, around the 400s, which only adds to its veracity, right? So the church has been celebrating it, not so widespread, but has definitely had it as part of its tradition almost from the beginning. I was there. I got to see a little statue of Santa Maria Bambina. It's the cutest little statue. It's baby Mary. And we got to see some just beautiful, crazy, awesome churches. This one church, it's so old, it was like built into this rock. I don't know how old it is, but it's crazy old. So I guess the takeaway is don't go to Google for Catholic information, and happy birthday, Mary.